Very peculiar.
I don't think it's safe. I tried once.
But I can't sleep in here.
We need to check the tents.
I can't sleep in here. If shit like this happened, Andrew, that bang could have come from in there.
Okay, let me get my shoes on. We're checking this out. Dead fox earlier.
The wilderness calls to us with its serene beauty, but darkness transforms it into something else entirely. Tonight, we unveil the 3 most horrifying camping encounters ever documented, moments when the natural world revealed its most unnatural side. Fair warning, the final account may haunt your dreams long after you've heard it. Behind the YouTube channel Grizzly Gaz stands a man whose connection with wilderness transcends mere recreation. Accompanied by his loyal companion Fendi, Gaz has documented countless expeditions through landscapes both breathtaking and formidable. His audience has come to trust his measured approach to outdoor challenge, a quality that makes his encounter on March 12, 2023, all the more unsettling. On this particular evening, Gaz selected woodland approximately 90 minutes from home, territory he had previously explored without incident, despite persistent local legends. Stories circulated of campers departing in haste, driven away by inexplicable sounds and overwhelming sensations of malevolent presence. Such accounts typically earned Gaz's skepticism rather than concern. As daylight surrendered to dusk, he established camp in a clearing that offered both aesthetic appeal and strategic visibility. The tranquil surroundings betrayed nothing of what would unfold as darkness claimed the forest.
See a torch going downhill. Very peculiar.
The night's first disruption arrived with explosive suddenness, sounds reminiscent of gunfire echoing through the otherwise silent woodland. Peering cautiously from his shelter, Gaz witnessed a figure moving with purpose through the trees, flashlight beam cutting erratic patterns through undergrowth as they descended the slope. Though the stranger didn't approach his position, their presence at this hour in isolated woodland introduced immediate unease. This initial disturbance might have been rationalized as coincidence, perhaps a hunter or another camper navigating by night. What followed defied such comfortable explanation.
The beginning.
Hello?
As temperatures dropped and Fendi slept peacefully beside him, a sound penetrated the darkness that raised primitive alarm in Gaz's consciousness. Vocalizations eerily similar to a woman weeping, originating from the darkness beyond his tent. Despite extensive wilderness experience, this sound aligned with nothing in his catalog of natural forest acoustics. Continued with unsettling persistence. Gathering courage, Gaz illuminated the perimeter with his flashlight, discovering nothing visible yet sensing with absolute certainty that something remained just beyond perception. More disturbing still, the sound ceased immediately upon his emergence, as though whatever produced it responded to his presence with deliberate silence.
I think it's just the wind. I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds like someone moaning. I think it's just the wind going over tent.
Though rationality suggested immediate departure, exhaustion eventually claimed him. Morning brought no further incident, yet questions lingered without resolution. What presence had observed him throughout that long night? What entity had produced those haunting sounds of human distress where no human should logically be? Some wilderness experiences defy explanation, leaving only lingering uncertainty about what truly exists beyond the boundaries of firelight. The YouTube channel Exploring with Fighters has built its reputation on ventures into locations most would actively avoid, places where history's darkest chapters have left imprints that defy conventional explanation. On June 25, 2021, its creator Dan, accompanied by friends Andrew and James, embarked on what would become among their most disturbing explorations. Their destination, an abandoned industrial complex with particularly macabre history. Originally constructed as manufacturing facility, the building later served as impromptu morgue where human remains were cremated. Local lore further suggested a worker had drowned on the premises, his unresolved death allegedly manifesting through continued supernatural presence. Arriving as daylight faded, the trio immediately sensed the property's oppressive atmosphere.
Oh, this place looks creepy as well.
It doesn't look that bad from the outside.
So you got the old furnaces here.
Wow. So let me guess, there's a spooky story where they used to burn bodies in here.
The structure loomed before them, a monument to decay featuring scarified walls, oxidized machinery, and pervasive deterioration untouched for decades. Despite instinctual warnings, they proceeded inside to establish base camp, erecting their tent within the building's hollow interior.
But I'm not joking. Every time, after a while, you'll hear a splash, a big splash in here with no ripples, as if the worker who died and fell in here.
What, in there?
You'll hear like the residual sound of him falling back down in there.
Initial exploration revealed nothing beyond expected architectural deterioration. As confidence gradually replaced caution, they ventured deeper into the structure's labyrinthine corridors.
It's these bits that are the scary bits.
Yeah, if anything happens and we have to run out, make sure we take our time. I don't want to be running off the edge or something like that.
Everywhere though, it's not like it's like one or two, you remember that everywhere.
I know.
Like these catwalks there.
No, there's only one way out. Unfortunately.
That's a good thing.
Tell me why. There's two ways out.
The first anomaly manifested as distinct splashing sound emanating from flooded lower level, precisely where local legend placed the workers drowning.
Was that you?
No. What? There's
Splash.
What the hell?
There's a splash.
Is there any ripples in the water? No.
No ripples in the water. You sure that wasn't you?
Yeah, that's the third time this happened to me. Here in this
Oh, hang on. The water is moving.
Is it?
So is this... This is...
I wonder if there's concrete falling off underneath it.
Possibly, when we're walking
Well,
on
one theory I heard was that there's gas bubbles that got disturbed and make a fucking...
Well, let's not light the fire just yet then. Right, I'm going to need a hand bringing this upstairs.
Though unnerved, they continued their investigation without further incident, eventually returning to their impromptu campsite for evening meal.
quite peaceful. It is. Doesn't feel scary at all. Well, I guess that could change.
As they attempted to normalize their situation through ordinary conversation, Andrew detected unmistakable vocalization from nearby hallway.
I don't know, it's like a voice. You heard a voice?
same place before. I heard something bang. Slipping. I don't know where it was.
No, there's nobody down there. Maybe just the wind.
It definitely sounded like a voice.
What did it sound like it said?
It sounded like it said anything. It sounded like it moaned.
Okay.
Clearly human speech where no other visitors should be present. Collective silence followed as they listened intently, yet the sound did not repeat. Despite shared unease, fatigue eventually necessitated sleep.
There you go.
Right then.
Right. Good night, guys.
Good luck.
Good night. I'm going to enjoy this right now. Night, Andrew.
Night. Oh, I thought they were asleep, but they're not. Night, everybody. Night.
No seriousness, I could hear a noise then.
Yeah.
It's to the left of my tent.
What is that, my direction?
Facing you, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I keep hearing the noise. Are you guys recording?
Yeah.
What? Okay. You recorded?
They have not switched off yet. I'm eating Jaffa cake donuts.
I swear to God. I want one of these Jaffa cakes.
Right, I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna turn my light off and that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Otherwise, I'm never gonna get to sleep.
Right.
Dan's transition toward unconsciousness was abruptly terminated when direct light penetrated their shelter, someone deliberately illuminating their tent from outside. The camera captured what followed, whispered conversations from unseen sources surrounding their position. Investigation revealed nothing visually, yet auditory evidence continued mounting.
Yo, you guys awake?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
What was that? No, what was that?
I don't know. I don't know. Jayla? Yeah.
What was that?
Down that way, I don't know. It just sounded weird.
Everything with her. It was someone walking. It sounded like someone walking up here.
So cold.
It was definitely someone walking. I told you. Now explain that. Unless it's around. It sounds like someone on the back of your tent. There's nothing behind me, is there?
No.
It's behind me. Yeah. I want to make sure no one's in here. I cannot physically sleep if someone's in here. I've just got to sleep as well.
The decisive moment arrived with thunderous impact against nearby wall, deliberate communication that something objected to their presence.
Did you hear that bang then?
Out here is freezing.
Did you hear that bang?
Yeah.
It sounded like a car door. Just in the distance. Could you heard the temperature change? The pressure. What was it? Is there?
There's something down there.
Right, hold on.
Why is my pipe? Where the hell is that? Okay, don't panic.
You're the one panicking, Andrew. What was that? It sounded like something drop.
It's only down that corridor though.
There's definitely some noise down there.
Oh, fucking hell. What angel it is? Yeah, miss. I don't see anything.
Check outside, make sure everything is noise. Maybe like outside.
Yeah, let's go outside. That's the only problem. What the fuck was that? Oh, you move. What was that? Are you for real? Right, shining lights in there. This is what. It could be a mouse, it could be a rat. There's nothing that could make that noise in here unless it was like falling off down the railings.
There is a level inside of there.
Really?
Yeah, but the only way through it is the ladder outside. I don't think it's safe. I tried once.
But I can't sleep in here.
We need to check the tents.
I can't sleep in here. If shit like this happened, Andrew, that bang could have come from in there.
What's in there?
It's another big room, look.
Oh, it could be anything.
I can't believe we're doing this. I can't believe we've got tents set up here.
First a flashlight, and now noises increasing around them. There must be a person hiding, probably in that other room.
Especially with these.
What was that?
What the hell? It's all down there.
It's down there, bro. What was that? Where's that come from? That wasn't here before because we cleared the floor.
Is that falling? Does it not falling from up there, look?
No, because it'd probably...
There's just noises everywhere, man.
I don't know if I'm going to go to sleep. I think I'm just going to sit in the tent and just with my door open partly.
I can't stop shaking.
I'm probably could, if I do fall asleep, I'm just going to leave my door open partly so I can jump out if I need to.
Yeah.
By unanimous decision, they abandoned sleep to maintain vigilance until dawn, provided sufficient illumination for safe departure. What stalked them throughout that interminable night? Was their tormentor corporeal trespasser or something defying conventional classification? Whatever the answer, they departed with profound gratitude that direct confrontation had been avoided. The abandoned factory continues its silent deterioration, perhaps waiting for its next unwitting visitors. The remote wilderness of Canada conceals countless structures reclaimed by nature, forgotten monuments to human endeavor, abandoned to time and elements. For uncharted travel creator Brennan, such locations represent perfect convergence of historical significance and visceral challenge. April 24th, 2020, found him concluding arduous 2-hour hike through dense forest to reach particularly isolated objective, a prison complex long surrendered to environmental reclamation. Crumbling concrete and rusted steel formed skeletal reminder of institutional confinement far removed from civilization's reach. Even during afternoon reconnaissance, subtle wrongness permeated the atmosphere. Water dripping through compromised infrastructure created persistent soundtrack reminiscent of movement within supposedly vacant structure. Though unsettling, these initial impressions paled against what darkness would reveal. As daylight diminished, Brennan ventured through elongated corridor, where distinct scratching sounds and footfall patterns originated from its terminus.
There's something at the end of the hallway that keeps making noise. came from this room at the end. Maybe it's just my imagination. Oh, what a beautiful sight to behold.
His cautious approach triggered immediate cessation of these anomalies, revealing no visible source despite confined space, offering limited concealment opportunities. The prison's extreme isolation eliminated conventional explanation. No human presence should logically exist in this forgotten compound, situated miles from nearest habitation. With growing apprehension, Brennan retreated to his shelter as complete darkness descended. Night brought escalation rather than respite.
I keep hearing something outside. Sounds like it's in the corridor, one of the corridors. Maybe an animal, I don't know. Of course now it's... Did you hear that? I hope that mic picked that up.
Sounds that had stalked interior spaces migrated outside, surrounding his tent with deliberate movement patterns suggesting sentient observation. Despite legitimate fear, curiosity compelled investigation, revealing nothing visual despite auditory evidence of proximate presence.
Okay, I get my shoes on. We're checking this out. We had Fox earlier, so maybe it was one of his buddies. It sounded literally just out in this hallway. This place makes so much noise, like when you can't discern raindrops from wind, from animals, from scratches, from whatever. It messes with your mind, man. It's so hard to sleep here. But I'm gonna try. It's really late and I'm really tired.
2-hour nighttime hike through wilderness representing potentially greater danger than remaining stationary, Brennan prepared for anxious vigilance until dawn. What materialized instead transcended anticipated threat.
Holy, there's a coyote outside. Right outside my tent. Hey buddy, you want to leave me alone? It's gonna be a long night. I just want to go to sleep. Go away! Go away!
Coyotes, drawn perhaps by scent or sound, converged upon his location. Their distinctive vocalizations confirmed what isolation had previously concealed. He shared this territory with efficient predators operating with evolutionary precision in their natural hunting ground. Through interminable hours, Brennan maintained readiness for potential confrontation, blade in hand, as primitive defense against creatures perfectly adapted to their environment. Though the pack eventually abandoned interest in his presence, sleep remained impossible as hypervigilance persisted until morning light penetrated the prison's remains. Brennan survived without physical harm, yet departed fundamentally altered by confrontation with wilderness realities typically obscured by civilization's comfortable boundaries. Nature remains eternally indifferent to human presence, a truth most viscerally learned through direct experience. As disturbing as these encounters have been, they merely set the stage for what follows: documentation of an encounter that redefines the boundaries of explicable experience. That's all for today, folks. If you want to see more of this creepy content, click on the video on screen, and adds a final chilling thought to leave your audience with that lingering sense of unease that horror fans appreciate.